Mickey's Country Farm is the 29th episode of the first season of Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Plus, this is actually a special episode. It's about 50 minutes, and as always, I will share some thoughts. I will go through the episode chronologically. In general, it's pretty good. I will say it didn't make a lot of sense that they'd released the Mickey's Country Farm songs series before this, because we were meeting characters there before we met them in this. We've already seen the barn before we meet them in this, which maybe spoiled the surprise a little bit. So that didn't make a tremendous amount of sense. But nevertheless, I will judge this purely on its own. So I will go through things chronologically, look at the educational merits. There are definitely opportunities for learning. It's also a fun story. And we get the Mouse-Tools immediately. We have a lasso, a wheelbarrow, a fruit picker, and a mystery mouse Pal. And we then get the grand reveal of Mickey's shiny new tractor, and it looks pretty good. Mickey then goes off to collect the others one by one, and they head off to the country to visit Mickey's farm. Obviously, we've been there in the song series, so the reveal isn't that special, but it does look good. I like the barn. I like the colour of the barn. It's a very bright, vibrant colour, and what was unexpected and quite good fun is that Von Drake has actually made tractors for everybody else. Unfortunately, Mickey doesn't get to be the only one with a shiny new tractor. Everybody gets their own vehicle, and actually they look really good. I don't love the design of Daisy's. I do love the design of Donald's, and I can absolutely see them merchandising these or creating a video game for slightly older children where they race the tractors. There's a lot of potential there. I don't know if they're planning on doing any of that, but I can definitely see that being the case, and I don't have a problem with that. We then learn about Lasso Lucy, who we've already met in the song series, and they're off to the farm fair. Meanwhile, Pete is trying to get a giant watermelon from Willie the Giant. It's a nice subplot. It keeps things moving along. It helps to pad out the special length episode, and he uses the first Mouse-Pal, the Mouse-Tool wheelbarrow. I don't know this for certain, but I feel like it might be the only time Pete has used the Mouse-Tool on his own. We actually learn later on Mickey and the others go to use a Mouse-Tool, and they acknowledge that one has already been used. They don't question it, but they acknowledge it's been used. I'm not sure if that's the first time that's happened. He uses the wheelbarrow to carry a seed. We then get an educational moment, naming some colours and some numbers as we're looking at Daisy's tractor. As much as I don't love the design of her tractor, I do like the colour. I like the design of the levers and the way the numbers are positioned. Everything's very clear and easy to see. We then use a lasso, the Mouse-Tool. And then we get some lessons in shapes as Daisy is using her tractor to bundle up bales of hay, but she's making them in heart shapes and different shapes. So we do get to learn about some shapes, which is good. Pete then grows the giant watermelon. Minnie is shaking some trees. She uses another Mouse-Tool, the fruit picker, to get the last apple down. Daisy is having a very chaotic time, and they have to call upon the mystery Mouse-Pal. This is Pluto. He's rounding up the pigs and an adorable little piglet. I would have liked to have seen more animals in this. We do meet more animals in the song series, and I think they could have included a few more here. Daisy then sings a song about feeling sorry for herself because she doesn't feel like she can really do anything, and that becomes relevant in a little bit. They then have to stop the giant runaway melon. It is very chaotic. There are some great sounds as the melon bounces around. I thought the sounds were fabulous. And then they're at the fair, and everything is made out of watermelons and vines, and the design is really good, really fun. The colour palette shifts a little bit, the lighting shifts a little bit, and it becomes a bit more magical, and it's really nice to look at. And then there's Lasso Lucy. Again, it would have been nice to meet her before the song series, but I think we get a nice introduction to the character. I like her personality, I like the design of the character. And then they learn the hoedown throwdown, which feels, again, a bit of a cop-out, because that's the first episode of the song series. So it just feels like that episode just wasn't very good. It was not a good start to the song series. I've reviewed that separately. But in this episode, it was a nice way to round things off, and they do the dance, and then they do the hot dog dance at the very end in their countrified costumes. And that's unusual, because in the main series, well, I guess this is part of the main series, but this is a special episode. But usually, even if they're in costume at the very end of the episode, the hot dog dance is just the regular dance with their usual outfits. So to see them doing it in their country outfits, I thought was quite nice and something a little bit different. And just a nice way to end things. It's a nice story, it flows well, there's enough substance there to keep it going for the special length. The songs are good, the animation is good. The characters, of course, are great. Chip and Dale, I didn't mention them, but they're in this, and they're adorable with their little hats. They always look cute with their hats, but they look particularly cute today. And in general, I thought it worked really well. The tractors look good. Would have liked to have seen a few more animals. But other than that, I quite liked it. I was wondering if they were going to do like a full Mickey Mouse Clubhouse Plus Country Farm series, but aside from the separate song series, I think this is just a one-off. I could be wrong about that, we'll see going forward, but I liked it. There are some opportunities for learning with colours and numbers and shapes. Great story, great songs, lovely animation, no real complaints. I thought this was a pretty decent episode of Mickey Mouse Clubhouse Plus.